Am I the asshole for refusing to pay for my sister's wedding after she uninvited me? So I, 27M, was supposed to be the best man at my sister's wedding. Everything was great until she decided to switch to a child-free ceremony, except she only applied this rule to MY kids. When I asked why her fiancé's nieces and nephews were still invited, she told me they were well-behaved and mine were too energetic. Yes, I was offended. I told her I wouldn't come without my kids. She said, fine, don't come then. So I didn't. A week later, she messaged me asking when I'll send the €1,200 I promised to contribute for the catering. I said, I'm not paying for a wedding I wasn't invited to. She lost it and said I ruined her special day over my pride. My parents are split. Mom says I should have paid anyway. Dad says I did the right thing. So, am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for kicking my friend out after he borrowed my car without asking? So I, 23M, have this friend Liam, who crashes on my couch sometimes. No problem, he's had a rough year and I tried to help. Last weekend, I woke up and my car was gone. I thought it was stolen until I checked my phone and saw a text from Liam saying, Bro, I took your car to get McDonald's. Be back soon, thumbs up. No permission, no insurance, just McDonald's. He came back 2 hours later with a dent in the bumper and acted like I was overreacting when I yelled at him. His explanation, if we're friends, we shouldn't need to ask. So I told him to pack his stuff and leave. Now our mutual friends say I'm heartless and that he didn't mean it. Am I the asshole for kicking him out?
My roommate secretly replaced my coffee with decaf, and I almost lost my job. My roommate, 24F, is on a caffeine detox and decided I should join her. She started secretly switching my coffee for decaf every morning. I work in IT. My boss relies on me to keep the network running smoothly. For 3 days, I couldn't figure out why I felt dead inside, had headaches, and couldn't focus. I thought something was seriously wrong. It got so bad that during a meeting, I couldn't remember the password to our own server. My boss had to step in. Later that night, I found a bag of decaf beans hidden in our bathroom cabinet. She confessed she'd been switching my coffee because she wanted support. I told her she practically sabotaged my job. She said I was overreacting. Now I'm considering moving out because I'm genuinely afraid what she'll detox me from next.
Totally fed up by trying to impress my crush at the gym. So I, 21M, recently started going to the gym. There's this super cute girl who always uses the treadmill next to mine. We've exchanged a few smiles, but nothing big. Yesterday, I decided to show off by running faster than I normally do. Big mistake. I cranked the speed to a level I definitely couldn't handle. My foot slipped, I flew backwards like a discount Marvel stunt double, hit the floor, and somehow took the girl's water bottle down with me. The worst part? She asked if I was okay, while trying not to laugh. I said, yeah, totally fine. Got up way too fast, and immediately had a nosebleed. I haven't gone back since. But now I kind of have to, or else she'll think I quit because of her water bottle. Totally fed up by accidentally outing my boss's surprise engagement plan. My boss, 38M, is usually super quiet and private. Last Friday, he told me he planned to propose to his girlfriend during a weekend trip and asked me to cover some of his emails. I said sure, and then my brain betrayed me. Later that day, his girlfriend walked into the office with lunch for him. And like an idiot, I said, have fun this weekend. It's going to be a really special one. She froze. Boss froze. I froze. She immediately started tearing up and whispering, is he proposing? My boss gave me a look that could melt stone. He still proposed, but not during the weekend. He had to change all his plans because I ruined the surprise. Now every time I walk by his office, he sighs. I've never apologized more in my life. Am I the asshole for refusing to babysit my sister's kids after she kept taking advantage of me? I, 28M, work full-time and live alone. My sister Lara, 33F, has 3 kids under 7. I love them, but they're a lot. For months, Lara has been asking me to babysit just for an hour or two. Except her definition of 1 or 2 hours is anywhere from 4 to 9 hours with no warning. She drops the kids off, leaves, and then texts me halfway through the day with, "Sorry, running a bit behind. Can you just keep them a little longer?" She never pays me, never brings snacks, never even packs their toys. She just treats my place like a free daycare. Last week, she called saying she urgently needed to run to the store for milk. Fine, whatever. I said okay. She dropped the kids off at 1 p.m. At 5 p.m., no response from her. 7 p.m., still nothing. At 9 p.m., I finally called Mom to ask if she knew where Laura was. Apparently, Laura didn't go for milk. She went to a spa day with her friend. She didn't tell anyone because she knew I'd say no. When she finally showed up at 9:30 p.m., laughing, hair done, nails freshly painted, I told her this was the last time. I told her she couldn't keep treating me like a free babysitter and lying to me. She immediately got defensive and said, "You're their uncle. Family helps family. Stop being dramatic." I told her I wouldn't babysit again unless she planned ahead and actually told the truth. She flipped out, called me selfish, and stormed out. Now the whole family is split. Mom says I should help because she's struggling. Dad says Laura has been using me. Am I the asshole for finally putting up a boundary? Today I fucked up. I accidentally made my date think I was proposing at a restaurant. So I, 25M, have been seeing this girl, Emma, 23F, for about 2 months. Things have been going great. We decided to go to a fairly nice restaurant. Candles, live music, dim lights, that whole vibe. During dinner, Emma told me this sweet story about her grandparents and how her grandfather proposed to her grandmother at a restaurant. So I laughed and said, "Imagine if someone did that on a second date." She giggled. I thought it was innocent. Near the end of dinner, I went to the bathroom. My chair leg had gotten stuck on something earlier, so when I returned, I pulled my chair to the side and crouched down for a second to adjust it. From Emma's perspective, I knelt down beside her in a romantic restaurant. After a conversation about proposals, the waiter gasped. A couple at the next table clapped. Someone even whispered, "Oh my God, he's doing it." Emma's face went white. I stood up so fast I knocked my chair over. I blurted out, No, I'm not proposing. I'm fixing the chair." The entire restaurant just stared at me while Emma hid her face in her hands. I have never wanted to crawl inside a wall more in my life. We laughed about it later, but she admitted she almost fainted because she wasn't ready for a restaurant proposal on week 8. We're still dating, but every time I stand up near her now, she jokes, "Don't kneel unless you mean it." Am I the asshole for refusing to move seats on a plane for a family who wanted to sit together? I, 31F, travel for work a lot. My company pays for a premium seat on flights because I have to work on my laptop during travel. Last week I was flying home, exhausted, and I had paid extra for a window seat with extra legroom. A woman boarded with 2 kids and immediately tapped my shoulder. She asked if I could switch seats so her family could sit together. Her seat was in the middle of a regular row. Cramped, no legroom, nowhere near me. I politely declined. I said I needed the space to work and that I had paid extra for this seat. She instantly went from polite to passive-aggressive. Wow, some people don't care about children. The person next to her offered to switch with me, but it was also a middle seat, still cramped, and again, I paid for mine. The woman kept pushing. She said, "It's not fair for my kids to sit with strangers." Meanwhile, her kids were old enough to use iPads and were happily ignoring everyone. A flight attendant eventually intervened and told her she needed to take her assigned seats. She muttered the whole time about selfish business travelers. After the flight, I told my friend what happened, and she said I should have moved because family comes first, and that it wouldn't have ruined my day. But honestly, I paid extra and needed to work. Am I the asshole?
My roommate has been secretly copying my outfits and it's creeping me out. I, 24F, live with a roommate, Jess, 25F. At first, we got along great. Similar hobbies, similar tastes, same sense of humor. But lately she's been weird. It started small. I'd wear a certain outfit, a beige sweater with jeans, and the next day she'd wear almost the exact same thing. I thought it was coincidence, but then it escalated. I cut my hair into a shoulder-length bob. She cut hers the same week. I bought a specific pair of chunky black boots. She bought the same brand, same model. I got a silver nose hoop. She showed up with a matching one a few days later. Then one morning she walked out wearing a jacket I had just bought 2 days prior. Same color, same size, same brand, even the same store tag still on it. When I said something, she just smiled and said, "We just have similar style." It's cute. But what really freaked me out was when a friend visited and accidentally mixed us up from behind. Jess loved it. She kept saying we looked like twins now. Last week I overheard her on the phone saying, "We're basically the same person at this point." I moved some clothes to my room and started keeping my door locked. Now she's acting hurt and telling people I'm paranoid. I don't know if she's lonely, insecure, or just copying me for fun, but it's making me really uncomfortable. I don't know how to confront her without making things worse.